What's up, y'all? It's Producer Whisper again. Hey, check this out. Okay, so as you guys can see, I am at the marina. I'm at Marina Del Rey. Let me let you guys see a little bit. Let me take this active track off so you guys can actually see. Now turn it around here so you guys can see here. Pretty dope, huh? So we'll walk like this so you guys can see. So funny little story about how I even ended up here today, because when I got up this morning, I wasn't intending on doing this. I got up this morning and started working. I had a whole bunch of submissions to go through because we have a brief to work on from CBS Sports. So in case you guys don't know, Smash Coast Music, we have an in-house deal with CBS Sports. Basically, that means that when they need music for their programming, they come to the in-house people first. And if we can't fulfill it, then I guess they go to the libraries or go somewhere else. We try to make sure they don't ever do that. We try to give them what they need. So we've been with them for a while now, at least a couple years now, rocking. Shout out to CBS Sports for using our music. Very, very cool of them. And so we're getting ready to work on, we're actually working on a March Madness brief. I got up this morning and started working on that brief, right? And as soon as I started working on it, I'm a couple titles into it, and I'm like kind of pissed off, upset. Reason being is because, like, you know, and I'm a little upset, y'all. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm upset because I see so many opportunities for you guys to get sync placements and make money with your music, and a lot of people fall short. And I used to think people fell short just because they felt like it was difficult or they just didn't have patience. But I'm starting to see that where a lot of people fail in sync isn't because they haven't had the opportunities, you know, because like I tell you guys, the music libraries are always looking for music. So there's always opportunities to get placements or to get, you know, your music heard by someone at least. So what happens? How come a lot more people aren't getting consistent placements or staying in the game longer? Now, as I'm looking at these submissions for this brief that I got, it all became clear to me. A lot of y'all are just fucking up. Pardon my French. You know, I'm not trying to offend anybody or whatever, piss anybody off or nothing like that. But I'm not trying to be PC today, man. I'm trying to let y'all know you effing up. And how are you effing up? You're not paying attention. You're not paying attention. Let me tell you what this sync thing is, man. A lot of you guys think that the sync thing is just about your music and you having the right music and that kind of thing. And of course you gotta have the right music. Of course your music has to be good quality music. But more importantly, your music has to be something that the customer wants. You know what I'm saying? You're fulfilling a need. So why am I so upset? I'm gonna tell you why I'm upset. The way CBS Sports breaks down their briefs, they'll break it down by category, their needs in categories. So they'll have like bumpers, which is certain criteria, certain length of the cue, certain style, format. They have highlights, and then they'll spell out very detailed, like what the music is being used for, what's going to be going on when the music is playing in the background, whether there's going to be dialogue in front of it or not, and they'll let you know that, right? Very, very, you know, detailed. So much so to where before I even start listening to the music for the submissions, I always go pull the brief back up and I read down through the brief, you know, just to make sure once I'm listening to the music, I know exactly what I'm listening for. So I open up people's folders. All the folders are very, very organized. Shout out to my partner, Kim. Like, she sets it up real dope for me. And the very first category that I go through, I read the description and very clearly says that the cues are to be a minimum of 2 minutes, And then it says that the cues usually run from 2 to 4 minutes long. So I'm thinking to myself, as soon as I read that, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. There's going to be some nice long placements for whoever lands these placements on here, you know, a minimum of 2 minutes. And then, of course, I go and I listen to the references because they give references so they can you can listen to the vibe of the style that they want. And then I start popping in people's folders, right? So I don't know if you guys know, but if you pop open like Dropbox or Disco or whatever, when you pop open the music, you can see like the waveform, right? So you can see formatting by not even listening to the music, just by looking at the waveform. So I'm popping over the waveform, and the first thing I notice is that, you know, in the first 2 or 3 folders that I open for this category, not anybody's cues are even up to 2 minutes or barely 2 minutes long. Now, I said it runs 2 to 4 minutes. So I'm expecting people to have 4-minute, 3 to 4 minute cues in here. And I'm seeing 130, 145, not even 2 minutes. Or if I see 2 minutes, it's like 2 minutes, 10 seconds, this and that. So now I'm getting frustrated because it's very obvious that whoever's sending this music in didn't read it, didn't read the brief. They're not paying attention. You know, I wasn't reading it to like pass a test or anything. I was reading it just to get the information. So I like glazed over it. I'm like, da 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 da. What do they want? Da da da. And I read through, and I still got everything. So how am I opening up music, and people are sending in music that is not even formatted like the customer wants it, not even formatted like the client wants the music, right? So now I can't even get into whether the actual beats themselves are good enough or whether they fit, you know, the vibe and the style, because they don't even have long enough tracks just because they didn't read the thing. And so now I'm like, okay, well, they don't get in this one. This person doesn't get in this one. This person doesn't get in this one. So I'm like balancing a tightrope act between being pissed off and angry because I'm spending all of this time working to get these opportunities for people that aren't paying attention. And then I'm upset and disappointed because I'm like, damn, man, I'm a musician too. I'm a producer too. So I love the fact that that you guys have these opportunities. I love getting people their first placements. I love people like doing this, man. That's why I became the producer whisperer, because, you know, I'm very, very adamant about telling you guys, you know, what's going on the sync side of things. But so I was upset, you know, so much so I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to go through any more of these submissions. I'm going to I need to see some water. That's what calms me. I go to the beach. You know, so now I'm down here in the marina. My girl's around the corner there. We had a nice breakfast. I'm calm. You know, everything is cool now. But I had to get on here and make a video and tell you guys that you guys are effing up, man. Let me tell you what this sync shit is so you guys know what it is. And pardon my casual profanity, but like I said, if you're offended, you're just have to be offended, because I'm fussing at y'all today, like for real. It makes no sense. So I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to break it down. I'm not going to give up on y'all. Yeah, you got to have good music. Of course, your music has to be dope, but you have to be a reliable source of that music, and people have to be able to depend on you. You got to have your music, your business together. One of the things that let people know that you have your stuff together is you paying attention. Pay attention to these briefs. Pay attention when they ask you for stuff, and over-deliver what they're asking you for. Hold on, there's some music going on real quick. Hold on. How y'all doing? Hey. Man, this beach lifestyle, I had to move down by the water, I swear. They be having too much fun down here. Good times and relaxation. That's why I needed it, because I was all stressed out, man. You know, I'm wanting to get through these submissions and get this music over to CBS, but I'm not even able to just listen to the music and get it in there because people aren't formatting the music right per the instructions of the client, which is crazy to me. That's one thing that's not understood in sync, is that you are making music for clients. You're not making music for yourself. You're making music for clients. When you get a brief, if you are one of those people that are fortunate enough to get a brief, if you're at that point of your sync career where you're getting briefs, let me tell you what a brief is, okay? What it really is. I'm gonna break it down for you. A brief is your opportunity to show your ass. If you really bout it, you really got that skill set, not just the musical skill set, but you're ready to make some money on a high level. You're ready to make it a career. The brief is the opportunity for you to show that you are that dependable partner. You're that person that can understand instructions. You're that person that can be passed off to a major client and maybe do some custom work for, or get into a situation where you are working directly with a client, an ad client or something like that. Once they understand that not only can you make great music, but you can make adjustments and edits to that music based on instruction, or they can send you a detailed brief with needs, and then you can read that brief, interpret that brief, understand what their needs are, and then fulfill those needs. That's when you start making bread. When they know that you get it, not when you're just making trap beats and putting trap beats on reality shows or whatever. Yeah, you're gonna get placements, but that's not gonna turn into a ton of money unless you got a ton of placements. And let me tell you, you're not gonna get more placements than libraries do. So you're gonna have to stick out, y'all. And you stick out by your work ethic and being able to pay attention and showing that you are that person that's dependable and reliable. Yeah, we want great music, but we want a reliable source of that music. And one way that we can see if you're reliable or not is if you pay attention when we send you these briefs or these briefs opportunities. And it's not just the briefs, like it's paying attention, you know, the way you submit music. Most websites or most situations will tell you how to submit music. Most companies will tell you never ever submit music with like attachments and stuff to the email, but like I'm seeing like, you know, many attachments, you know, in the emails to the submissions. And I specifically said send a disco link. You know, I'm getting a lot of questions. What if you don't have disco? Then it's not for you. I know I'm ranting, but like this is rants of a sync agent. So this is what it is. I was upset this morning because people ain't paying attention. So I'm telling you, you guys are killing yourselves in the sync game. No one is going to keep sending you briefs or keep extending opportunities to you if you're proven to not listen or not pay attention. And that's what it is, man. I'm really disappointed in some of the guys on the team that really should get it. It's such an easy detail. It shouldn't be missed. Like I said, I glazed over it and was like, okay, they do 2 to 4 minutes. Okay, that's good. That was the first category. I didn't even get to the second category because I got up and left. I got my girl up. I was like, let's go to the water. Let's get out of here and go to the water for a couple hours, go have some breakfast or something. Had to get away from it. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna continue to work on it and fix it. And unfortunately, there's gonna be quite a few guys in there whose cues don't get sent over to CBS Sports because they didn't listen. They're on the team, so, you know, I'm gonna give them another couple chances here and send them another couple briefs. And if it's still the same issue and they're not listening, then we're not going to be able to send them briefs anymore, and they're not going to get the opportunity. When I posted about my sports music specialist, a little brief that I posted on social media a couple of days ago, somebody popped on there and they said something to the effect of, and they wonder why people gatekeep. That was such a cool statement to make, a cool reply, and it really resonated with me because I've always been anti-gatekeeper. That's why the Producer Whisperer got started, because I'm like, damn, I got all this information. I don't want to package it up and sell it to you, which, you know, I've been advised that's what you should do. But like, nah, like people help me along the way, so I'm trying to help people along the way. Now, I know that some of you guys do pay attention, some of you guys do listen, but most of you guys don't. And I don't want the reason why you don't succeed in sync licensing to be that you don't listen, that you didn't pay attention. So I know a lot of you guys got ADHD. A lot of us musicians do, you know, our artistic people do. I get that, but that's no excuse, man. I got a whole company going over here that has to stay organized and focused. And when I realized I couldn't do it by myself, I got a Kim. So whatever you guys need to do, get somebody around you, wife, husband, significant other, auntie, grandma, whoever it is, that can read these emails to you and be like, nah, hey, baby, it says 2 to 4 minutes. That means you can have 4-minute beats in here. Don't send for this category. Don't send 1 minute and 43 seconds because it's supposed to be a minimum of 2 minutes. So they need, you know, some meat on the bone there for you to send for them. Get some help is what I'm saying. You know, if you can't do it by yourself and you're not being efficient by yourself, get somebody around you that can do it. But don't blow these opportunities because it's going to keep on being sync opportunities coming up. And only the people that get it are going to get them. Only the people that are listening and paying attention and doing the stuff that they need to do are going to get these opportunities. Man, this sync specialist, sports music specialist that I'm looking for, the small team that I'm putting together, this is for big placements, man. This isn't for like TV stuff. I'm putting together a specialist to work directly with these entities, directly with the NFL, directly with the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Directly with FIFA. We're not playing over here. So we're looking for people that really get it. So when I say I'm looking for a person that specializes in sports, I'm not looking for trap beats with horns on it. I'm looking for stadium music. I'm looking for energy. I'm looking for global appeal. I'm looking for everything that I put in the brief. Man, I'm upset. I want you guys to win in this game, but I don't know what to tell y'all, man. There's so much information that'll help you get to where you're going in sync, but if you guys aren't going to pay attention or apply it, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I'm usually, you know, my last video, I'm like, I have a lot of faith in you guys, all of you guys, to get the job done. After this morning, I don't know how much faith I got. And, you know, I'm Joe positive too, but if a company is gonna send you a brief for you to get some placements and make some money with your music, The least you could do is read every word in that brief, or have somebody sit there next to you and read every word in that brief, and make sure that either you can send music and fulfill that need or not. If you can't do it, that's fine. Nobody's expecting you to. Then don't, you don't got to reply or nothing. But if you send music, send what they ask for. Don't just say, look at the top 3 words of the brief and be like, oh, okay, I got it, and send, because that's what it looks like. And it's not cool, man. So as a person on this side of the fence, trying not to be a gatekeeper, I think this morning just made me a gatekeeper. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more public searches for music, because people are going out of their way not to listen to the instructions. And I know I'm going to get some kickback. People are going to say, I don't get it, or some people don't understand, or whatever it is. But like, no excuses. Whatever it is not for you then. Maybe do something else, or I don't know. I never try to discourage anybody away from anything, but I would really prefer if you guys just didn't do it, if you're not going to really apply yourselves and listen or seize these opportunities when these moments come. I'm just telling you stuff I had to do and I still have to do. When I'm sourcing music for these briefs, it's Smash Coast's name that's on the line. So when we're sending music back, we have to overperform. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason why Smash Coast is still in the game and prospering today, is because since day one, I've overperformed. I taught myself how to be very efficient with the briefs. I made sure that when there's a music deadline, I wasn't sending my music back on the day and the time of the deadline. That's another thing. If somebody gives you a deadline for some music, if they say Friday by 5 o'clock, you have that shit in there Wednesday or Thursday or Friday morning at 8 a.m. Don't wait till Friday at 5 o'clock at 4:45 and get it in there and be like, all right, cool, I made it in on time. That's not how it works, man. The deadline is the last moment that you can get the music in there. If you're trying to make yourself known and try to win in this game and try to make yourself the preferred go-to person when music is being sent in, then stop waiting till the end of the deadline. Send your music in as early as possible. Be efficient and be first. Y'all don't get it. You're competing. You're competing. This is a competitive game. You're competing. So no matter how good your music is, there's always somebody there their music might be a little bit less hot than yours, but they work harder than you. They're more efficient than you. They're more punctual than you. They're faster than you. They might be more polite than you, friendlier than you, whatever it is. But if their hustle is better than yours, it don't matter if you're the big hot musician with the Grammys and all that or whatever. That doesn't matter in sync. People want people that work and that we can depend on. So, yeah, man, I'm on some fussy shit this morning because y'all tripping. Like, y'all are tripping. You know how many years it took to get an in-house deal with CBS to be able to send briefs out? You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Now, I never make music for sync because I have peripheral neuropathy. I got to wear these damn compression gloves, which I don't have them on right now, but I keep compression gloves on because I got freaking peripheral neuropathy. I can't use my hands long, so my keyboarding is messed up and this and that. So that's one reason I don't usually make beats for TV. And the other one is that I don't like competing with my team. I like having the opportunity to give you guys the placements and not have to compete with me to get them. Like I told you before, it's a competitive game and I don't need you competing with me to get them, so I don't do them. But I'm not about to let the client slip. I'm not about to let these opportunities go because people aren't listening. I know there's a lot of you that look at this video and you're like, I would listen, I would do it or whatever. I got a lot of those. I got a lot of those in the comments, and then they sent music and it was still like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So if you guys get into a situation where you're reading briefs, pay attention, man. Don't F up your opportunities because you're not going to keep getting them. If you don't get it when that door opens, if you're not ready to kick that fucking door off the hinges and show what you really got and what you really about, you're not going to make it in this sync game. And I'm just going to be the one to tell you, I'm not sugarcoating nothing. If y'all don't stop bullshitting and treat this like a business and not some fly-by-night side thing, hustle, hobby thing or whatever, you're not going to make it in this game. You're not going to make no money. You may get some placements. You might be able to say, hey, I got my beat on Black Geek and Crew or Real Housewives or Love and Hip Hop or whatever. But when it comes down to like paying your rent and your bills and all that kind of stuff, hey, that's what we're trying to do, right? So there's big money in sync. You're not going to get to the big money unless you are able to work and be efficient and pay attention and all that kind of stuff. It's not just about turning in trap beats with horns on them. So tired of that. But anyway, let me get out of here, man. It's been about 25 minutes. About to hop in this car, get back on the freeway, go back to the crib, and hop on these submissions and try to finish these things up without throwing something out the damn window. That's what's up, y'all. I'm the producer whisperer. Peace.